Got my little chimney going now, so you can see the fire burning away in there. Up here I've got my little can. Don't think it's quite boiling yet. Oh yes, yeah, I can see bubbles coming up. Not get too close, don't want to burn my camera. Hello, I'm back on the allotment and it's a nice sunny evening, and this was the potato patch last year, and I dug all the potatoes up in the autumn, and they were quite small but they were really tasty. But I didn't quite get my garlic and shallots in as I intended, so I've got quite a lot of weed here now, so I'm going to need to dig it over. And also in the background there you can probably see a lot of my soft fruit bushes are looking quite tangly, so I need to prune them. And I thought what I would do is make a little bonfire with the prunings, but I don't want to damage the plants, and there's only kind of quite a limited space here. So I've got these bricks here, and I was thinking of just building a little stove and just containing the fire within a bunch of bricks. And then when I've finished and I dig over the plot, I can dig the ash in. So this is the base of my stove. I've just levelled the ground with my trowel here, and then I've taken my bigger, heavier bricks and just made a firm base, and this is where I'm going to have the flue. I've taken a little bit of earth out from the middle there because that's going to be where the ash collects, and I'm not going to take the ash out while it's burning. I'll do that when it's cooled down again, so I want a little bit of space for the ash to collect. And then these gaps here are deliberate, that's so that the air can come in. And another thing about this gap down here is that if there is any subsidence of the soil underneath, the bricks are going to move in towards each other rather than away, so it's less likely to collapse. So this is my little chimney stack, pretty much complete now, and it's gleaming in the evening sunshine. So on top of the base where I've got these gaps for the air to go in, I've got these are my best bricks probably, and they're tight up against each other going over the gaps, so the burn chamber will be about that height inside, and this is where I'll feed my fuel in, so the air will come in at the base and then go up the little chimney that I've made. So let's have a look at that from the top. So that's the flue. Each successive layer of bricks goes across the join of the previous one, except that my bricks are like slightly different sizes and what have you, so in certain places I've got like height differences, so I just had to improvise with whatever seems to fit best in the gap. So I mean, it's pretty sturdy. I'm not sure I'd put a big pail of water on there to boil up or anything, but you know, it's just a temporary thing that I'm trying out to see if it works. So this is a newer version of my chimney stack. I had a few problems with the previous one, mostly to do with the size of the burn chamber. So I found it got through fuel very quickly, and the fuel had to be quite small, chopped up bits, and it was quite a narrow feed, so it was a bit fiddly to feed it, and then it would burn out and then I'd need to relight it, and it had a fair draw on it, but that actually made lighting it a bit more tricky, you know, especially with a match. So the main thing I've done with this is increase the dimensions of the burn chamber. So the previous one had a pattern of 4 bricks, and the internal dimension was like a brick width square all the way up, pretty much. So this one is two brick lengths externally. You can see here there's two, and then that means internally it's one brick length squared, and then it tapers, so it's gone in half here and almost half here. So by the time you get to the top, there's quite a narrow exit. So that should mean that I've got quite a lot of material in there that's burning, and then the heat is all coming through quite a small area, and this should be a bit more stable to balance something on should I want to heat a pot of water or something. So it's quite dry today on the allotment, but it is a bit blustery, so I thought I'd perhaps try out my little chimney. I got some material here to burn. These are some of my raspberries that I've broken up, and I've got some prickly bits in this bucket that I wouldn't be able to compost, and there's also some dried out evergreen there. I've put a sheet of newspaper in and a little bit of sticks, but you probably can't see in there. And then I've changed the arrangement a little bit at the top here. So this is the chimney exit, and I've got a little baked bean can of water, well, chicken jalfrezi, which I'm going to attempt to boil. And these extra bricks are just to provide some insulation around that can, and the idea is the heat comes up and around the can, so it absorbs from the side as well as the bottom. So I'll have a quick go, see if I can get that to boil. So I'm not sure if you can see there, but I've got quite a vigorous boil now, rolling boil on my little tin can. This is where my fire is. I put my fuel in, so that burns quite well. I've put a couple of extra bricks over the vent on the wind side, so the air can still get in through those gaps there, but it's not so blustery. So you can see there is quite a bit of smoke coming out from the side where the winds blow through. You also have to be a bit careful about backdrafts. You can see, like, when it's gusty, sometimes the flames get directed back out through the fuel entrance. So I might have a little play around with the vents just to see if I can improve things a bit. But yeah, overall the mission has been successful. I've got my can there, which is boiling away quite nicely, and I've used up most of my smaller twigs, and that bucket of prickles is all gone. Still got a few cans, so I'm quite pleased. My experiment has worked successfully on this occasion.